Florida gubernatorial candidate and Congressman Byron Donalds joins us now. Thank you so much, Congressman Donalds, for joining us. So, it is kind of funny to, I've sort of been around conservatives for a long time. And I feel like it's always been conservatives who are saying to the government, hands off. But now it sounds like these protesters are trying to take over our slogan.
Well, it's good to be with you. Yesterday, I was actually stopped by one of these protests when I was in Orlando and really tried to understand what the protests were about. And to be honest, the protesters didn't really have a cohesive message. They were really all over the place. Some were upset about some hand signal that they say Elon Musk did. Others said that they were upset about LGBTQIA and that the current administration was against mutilating children. Some of them were just upset, generally speaking. I asked one individual, what is bothering you about the state of Florida? And they said, well, Republicans have been in charge for 25 years. And I said to the guy, well, that's what democracy looks like. The people of Florida have voted for Republican governance in Florida. And so, of course, we've done conservative things with the authority given to us by Floridians. But I think when you talk to these protesters of something that's very different from these protests and, let's say, the Tea Party rallies back in 2009, 2010, in the Tea Party rallies, we were focused on the Constitution, limited government, getting away from bank bailouts, decreasing the national debt. I don't know what these protests are about. I really don't understand it. Didn't make sense to me. We'll see what happens from here.
I think that is such a smart and important point because, the Tea Party effect that has hit the Republican Party and really caused a lot of angst and consternation within the Republican Party. Those forces have yet to hit the sort of Democrat Party, largely because you had Barack Obama, who was this unifying figure in the Democratic Party. But I think it's such an important point that, the Tea Party really was dragging Republicans back to the Constitution, which is always a winner. These people are dragging the Democrat Party someplace else that's nowhere near a unifying message or vision that I think most voters will be able to relate to.
No, I totally agree with you. And listening even to some of the commentary when I was out there yesterday, my thoughts were, well, look, if congressional Democrats and Democratic governors follow this logic, they're going to continue to lose elections. At the end of the day, the American people want common sense. They want conservative principles. But more than anything else, they just want to be left alone. They want the government to do its job, be efficient with the resources it has, and really stay out of their way and stay out of their lives. And listening to some of these protesters, they want a larger government. They want more intervention. And that's simply a major disagreement with where the American people are.
Yes, indeed. So, of course, you're running for governor of Florida. You've already picked up the powerful endorsement of Donald Trump and then just picked up another endorsement from House Speaker Mike Johnson. Tell us how that race is going and what that endorsement means to you.
Well, the race is going wonderfully. We raised $12 million last month. We're picking up support all across the state from the people of Florida. And then to be able to add the support of Speaker Mike Johnson to President Trump is really something that's monumental for our campaign and for our efforts. I've had a chance to work with Speaker Johnson over the last year and change, trying to work through all of the various policies that we have to get done on Capitol Hill. He's been a great friend. Every now and again we might have a disagreement, but that's okay. But he's a great friend, and he's doing a great job leading the House. I'm honored to have his support, and I will just tell people we have more support on the way. The campaign is growing. We got a lot of momentum, and our job is simple: build the momentum through the primary elections, and then lead Florida into the future, making sure it continues to be the best state in America.
Well, if you're dealing with serious issues, you're going to always have disagreements. Congressman Byron Donalds, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
President Trump telling Americans to hang tough as companies across the pond are taking action. How one iconic UK car company is responding to tariffs.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.